Well, hello everybody. It's Lisa Freeman here from stampingwithlisa.com, and I just wanted to come in today and say hello. How are you? And I have some great projects for you today. And here's just a little sample of what I've been doing this morning. I know it's like 3:30 in the afternoon, but I didn't get up till almost noon, so in case you haven't heard, I have the COVID, so I've kind of been stuck at home, and I'm getting lots of rest. So I made these projects today, and I was inspired by Sam Donaldson, she's a demonstrator in the UK. And if you have not seen her website, it's poodles.co.uk, I think. If you just search Poodles, Pootles, you'll find hers. But she did a box that was real similar to this one, and I thought it was so cute. I decided to make one similar, and I changed it up a little bit, and then I also made a matching card to go with it. So I want to show you how I did it. So let me just get my computer going, see if anybody's watching. Hopefully we got somebody on here today. Let me put this up a little bit higher. I got a new background. It just came today from Amazon. It's so cool. I love it. You can see it looks like wood paneling. So I got that on Amazon. It was only like $13. Because I always saw everybody doing these videos, and they had these really cool backgrounds. And I'm like, where did you get those? And sure enough, they just came from Amazon like everything else does. So anyway, these two boxes are exactly the same. They just use different paper. So one paper, they're both from the True Love pack in the Spring Mini. Let me show you that real quick. It's right here on page 11. There's all these different ones, different patterns. The two that I'm using are very similar. One just has bigger flowers than the other one. But I was down to my last sheet of this one, so I'm going to do this box instead. But they're almost exactly the same. But this paper is one of my favorites in the Spring Mini. So make sure you get that before it is sold out, which I don't know if it'll sell out or not, but a lot of things are selling out. So you might just want to go ahead and get it instead of waiting. And then the other thing that I'm using is a stamp set that's in the Celebration. This one is called Heal Your Heart. It's on page 9. And I'm using the thank you from that. And let me show you this paper real quick. So this is one sheet of it. I cut out the piece that I'm going to use right now. This right here kind of came right there. So what I did was I kind of searched for patterns that had 3 together in them and cut that out. So that's why I didn't want to use this piece for my box. So that's where I got that. And then the piece that I am using is a different one, but you can see they're very, very similar. This one just has the smaller flowers. So let me show you how I did it, and I'm going to show you the card too. So make sure you watch the whole thing, because I'm going to do both for you. So just stick around. So you need to start out with a piece of 10.5 by 6 True Love paper, or any kind of paper you want. It doesn't have to be this one. And then for the tag, I just needed a piece of white that was 2 1/4 by 3/4. And that's it. And then I went ahead and scored this already, but I'll show you how I did it. So if you have one of these, the scoring tools from Stampin' Up, let me see if I can fit it all in the picture. Okay, so I cut it down a little bit. Sam had done hers at 12 inches. It had different measurements, so mine is a little bit different. So mine is 10.5 across and 6 down, and I scored it at 2.5. And I just put the little marks right there so I would know where to go. So 2.5, and you just go down 5, 7.5, and 10. So it's every 2.5 inches. And then I turned it and I did it at 2 inches right here. Oops. It's going off the thing. Okay. A little bit off. Kind of popped out. Okay. Alright, so then, so again, that was 2.5, 5, 7.5, and 10. Every 2.5 inches. And I figured that would be easier than trying to do it in 8ths. And then you're just going to score it, burnish it. And I don't even have a, oh yes I do, here we go. I was going to say I don't even have a bone folder. But I do. My little stamping office, I don't have hardly anything in here except for my desk and a TV and some junk that I store in here. Oops, I did this a little bit crooked. That's okay. I'll just score it right there. All right, so then you need to cut it. So this little piece over here where it's the 1/2 inch, I just cut this off totally. So just cut that piece all the way off. And then you're going to cut up to the score line for the other ones. And don't cut them off. Just cut up to that line. Okay. All right, then you kind of need to decide, okay, which side do I think is the prettiest? So this is one side here. This is a side, this is a side, and this is a side. So you don't want the one right next to where you're going to tape it. So out of these other ones, I think this one is probably the prettiest one. It doesn't really matter. Both of those are pretty. So I'm going to say this one right here. So this is what I'm going to color. Just from where these score lines are, right there, I'm going to color this part right here. This is the bottom of the box. So when you put it together, this is what's going to be the front. So I just want to color that. So I'm going to start with the purples. And I've got light Highland Heather and light purple posy. So let's do the light first. These almost look exactly the same. All right, so I'm going to do, let's see, I think this one first. And I mean, you can go all the way over, but the line is right there, so I'm just going to go right up to the line. And I usually start with the lighter color, and then I think I'm going to do all of these purple for this one. And then do another bunch blue. And now do this one too. I still have a little bit of that COVID going on. All right, then you're going to take the dark one and just put some little highlights in here. Wherever you see those black marks, that's where you want to put the darker color. And then we're going to go back and blend it in. So I'll go back and color over this again. So I'm just going to I'm kind of just tapping on those little black lines. And I don't have to worry about this because that's where it folds, so I really don't want to color that part. I want to just keep it on the side that I'm doing. I should have probably gone ahead and done one ahead of time, so you don't have to watch me coloring, but I think it's pretty cool. Alright, this purple posy looks pink when you first put it on, but then it dries light purple. And it's really, really pretty. I hate that this color is going away. Even though we never did get the ink pad for it, I think it's really a pretty color. Alright, so we're just going to let that dry. I'm going to do this, I think I'm going to do this one purple too. And then these blue. No, I think I'm going to do that one blue. Maybe this one purple. So, oops, that's a dark one. Alright. And again, you just have to go right up to that line right there. And then go back with the dark one. And then go back and blend it. And it's really, really hard to screw up these Stampin' Blends. They're so easy to use, and they really, really do the work for you. I mean, because I am really not that great of a colorer, but I really think that no matter who uses them, they come out beautiful. All right, I'm going to go back now with the blue. So I'm going to start with, this is light Seaside Spray and dark Seaside Spray. So I'm going to start with the light one. Oh, hey, Deborah, yay! You caught me. All right, so I'm going to do the blue next. And it probably does work better if you just do a little bit at a time. But for the sake of, I don't really need to do this top part either because that's going to be bent where the twine it goes around the top, so you're not going to see that really. Alright, so just that. Let me see. Go ahead, just finish that. Okay, and then go back over with the dark. And like I said, just put it wherever you see those little tick marks where the black is. Let's see. Get it all in there. I hope my head is not in this picture. I just realized I'm like leaning way over in here. You can probably see my boobs though. They stick out far enough. Alright, so we're just adding that little bit of dark all over. And then I'm going to go back and just blend it all in. And then we'll do the leaves real quick. So this is really easy coloring. I mean, you can, if you want to, spend, I know people spend like hours coloring these flowers and other stuff, but I just think you don't really have to because they're so pretty already. You don't have to do like a ton of work. Alright, the next thing is the green, and for green I've got the Granny Apple light and dark. So I'm going to start with the light one and just do the leaves. And it does fold right there. I actually did that whole flower, but it doesn't matter. So we're just coloring all this in really quick. And some up here. And then do these right here. So like deceiving outside, it's so pretty of a day, but then when you walk outside, it's like freezing cold. I thought, oh, I'll go sit outside for a little bit. It's cold. Cold, cold. Alright, we're going to go back with the dark. And when you see those little lines right here, sometimes I even like to use the other end of this, the skinnier one. And then you can get in like closer. And it's not so overpowering with the dark color. If you just want to add just a tiny bit. Like with these little teeny ones, I don't want to put too much dark in there, just a teeny bit. I don't need to do that one. And really this top part's not going to show too much because it's going to be wrapped with the twine. Alright, and then I'm going to go back and take the light green and just go over that again to smooth it out. And just fill in wherever. And we're almost done coloring. It didn't take too long. Alright. If you go to the lines, you always have your color eraser to go over that. But I'm going to show you something else I did. So I thought this was just kind of stark like this. So I took this is Seaside Spray, and I did the blending brush. I just dabbed it in the blue, and then I just went around to add a little bit of color in the background here. So it wasn't just stark white. And I think that really made a difference. I think that's just so pretty. Isn't that beautiful? Alright, so now we can put it together. So we're just going to use some tear tape, or you can use your stamp and seal or whatever you want to do. You're going to need a little piece right here. Let's see. I need to get my thing off of here. Okay, there we go. Oh, just my hands. You can see just my hands. That's good. No boobs in the picture. Alright, and then whichever one is your front, you're going to have the tape on here. So I'm just going to flip it over and put the tape on the back. So I'm going to have a piece right here. I'm going to put one other piece right here. Alright, so then to put it together, you just peel off this piece right there, and then just fold it in half. So you're just going to bring it over and just lay it down, and it should line up perfectly right there. And then for the bottom, you want to bring the two sides in first, and then the other one. Then the one that I have the tape on is the one I'm going to do last. I can get that off. Oh, you like it? Thank you. I got a card to go with it. I don't know if you got on here when I first started, but I'm doing a card too that goes with the box. See? So stick around for that because we are not even close to finished. Alright, so this is what it looks like now on the front, and I got some chocolates, some Ghirardelli chocolates, and we're going to put those in there. And then you're going to pinch it, just stick your fingers in the side here. If it caves in a little bit, that's okay. I need to put those the other way maybe. I think they're making it pucker a little bit. Okay, there we go. That works better. Okay, so I did not have a clip. So what I did was I took this old punch that we used to have with Stampin' Up. It's like a rectangle punch. Looks like that. And I just went down about maybe a ½ inch and punched a little lip out of it. Oops, I did it too far in. Okay. And then at about the same exact spot on the back, you can kind of line it up, punch it again, because it doesn't go through all of them at the same time. So you got to do one at a time. And then exactly the same spot on the other side, you're going to go in. You just want to go in like halfway and then push it together and punch it. And if you don't have this punch, you could use a circle punch would probably work too. But that makes that little indented part on the side here. So I'm going to wrap my twine around it, and I did it a little bit too far in, so I got to snip it. Okay. So now I've got this twine. This is from, I don't remember what it's from. Hold on. I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget it. Hold on. Here we go. It is Flowers for Every Season Ribbon Pack, and it's in the big catalog on page 161. So I'm going to wrap this around twice and get it in the front. Make sure you got enough to do a bow. And then I'm going to snip it. So I don't know how much that is. I just wrapped it around twice, and then I'm going to tie it in a knot to keep it steady while I do it. Because if not, it's going to come undone. Oops. I'm losing my grip on it. This is when it's handy to have somebody else with you to hold it. I need 3 hands. Okay. Alright, so I did it in a knot like right there. Then I'm going to do the words. And the words I've got are, thank you so much. I'm going to do that in black. And just go a little bit over because I have to do a hole right there on the left-hand side. And I'm going to cut a little arrow on the end. So it's like a little banner. And then I'm going to punch a hole on the other end, right here. And that I'm going to put the ribbon through, or the twine, I guess it is. So just put it right through that hole. Oops, it's fraying a little bit. Okay, so it's just hanging there. You know what I forgot to do? I wanted to sponge that. Maybe I need some more ink. I wanted to sponge that a little bit with the blue too, so it wasn't just so white. Give it a little bit of color. I love these blending brushes. They're like my favorite toy in the new catalog, I think. If you don't have them yet, you better get some because they are awesome. Alright, so put that right through there. So I've got the tag on my thread. Then I'm going to just tie a little bow. Thank you, Deborah. I'm so glad you caught me live today. I've been planning this for like the last hour, and then every time I got ready to start, something would happen, the phone would ring or something. And I finally got it. I was trying to get on here by 3 o'clock at the latest, and I was a little late. Alright, so just mess with your bow until it comes out the way you want it, and then just trim it down a little bit. Get that little frayed part off there. And this bow, I'm not, this ribbon, I think it's either Seaside Spray or Misty Moonlight, but it's really pretty blue and white and silver all together. So there's the box, and now we're going to make the card that goes with it. So this was the original box, and all I did was just change the paper. So same exact thing, just different color, different pattern of the paper. All right, so now we're going to do the card that goes with it. So for the card, you're going to need these supplies. So we've got the purple posy, 5.5 by 8.5, and I folded it in half. And then I've got another piece of purple posy, 5.25 by 4, and I embossed this with the Parisian Flourish. Piece of white, 4 by 1.5, And then I already cut this out. This is from that True Love paper, the same one that I showed you a few minutes ago. This is the whole piece, and I just cut that out. So you could get another one here, and there's another one, there's another one. You could do part of that one if you wanted to. There's one. So if you just do the groups of 3, you can get several boxes out of this one. And if you want, if you don't have the 3 left, you could probably do this one and these all together and just stick them next to each other. So you can get quite a few boxes out of that. Oh, I mean cards. That's what I meant, cards, because we already did the box. But that's why I didn't do the box with that one, because I didn't. This is my last piece of this. I need to order some more. So I didn't want to use up all of it for the box. All right, so I already embossed this, so that part's done. So really, I just have to stamp this right here. And for this one, I'm using that free celebration stamp set, the one I just showed you a few minutes ago. And this is the end of celebration. This year, it's only 2 months. So they're going to have another one in the summer. So we're going to have 2 celebrations this year. So I did this in Misty Moonlight. And then I'm going to color the flowers. Oh, and I wanted to show you something else too. So on this one, I had this down here and I was like, oh, it's so white down here. I wanted something else. So I had a little scrap left. So I have another scrap left here. So what I'm going to do is cut this down for the next one. So don't throw away these little scraps. Save them. And I'm just going to trim it up when I put it on this piece. So I'm going to color all of that. So I did 2 of these purple and 1 blue. So I'm going to start with the purple. And again, start with the lightest color. This is the light purple posy. And I'm going to do these 2 in the purple. And it's so funny how pink this is when you first put it down. It cracked me up because I was like, oh, I don't know if I want that. But then as soon as it dries, it's light purple. So it starts out pink but turns purple. It's really funny. I'm going to miss these colors. These are like my favorite colors. The Seaside Spray and the Purple Posy and the Rococo. Those are some really, really pretty colors. Oops. Let's just leave that open. And they're all going away in May. So if you haven't gotten these yet, make sure you put them on your order. And remember, you can order anytime you like at my website, stampingwithlisa.com. I'd love to have you for a customer if you don't already have a demonstrator. And also, make sure you check out my website. I've got lots of videos and ideas there. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I've got over 100 videos now on YouTube, so you can go check those out. And I would love for you to leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. And also, please like and share and subscribe, hit the bell, all that good stuff. You know how it works. Oh, I forgot this one. We're going to do this one in blue though. Alright, so then I've done the little dark part, so I'm going to go back over with the light color and just kind of blend it in. So you're just going to go right back over top of that. And I'm just going to kind of color the whole thing in again. And that's just going to blend it in really pretty. And I always like to leave a little bit of white spots, white areas, you know, when I do the flowers. And I don't know why, I think it just is pretty that way. Blend that all in. Then go to the other one, do the same thing. I haven't been looking. Oh, I got lots more people in here. Hey, Kathy. Thank you. Let's see, what set is the thank you from? Oh, it's in the, this one you're talking about, I think. Heal Your Heart. It's in the celebration. It's a free one. And the little one, I can't remember which one the little one's from that I did the box on. But I love this one. It's really, really pretty. I love that font. Okay. So that looks pretty good. And you just blend it a little bit more. The more you blend it, the more it will be like you won't see the lines in there. Alright, so now I'm going to do the blue ones. So again, I've got Seaside Spray for these 2, light and dark. So I'm going to do this one with the light first. I think it's starting to run out on me a little bit. I've been using it so much. So just kind of scribble all over the whole thing. And I'm also going to do this one right here. This little scrap, because we're going to put that right on the corner. And then go back over with the dark one. I'm going to use the thin tip for this one. I think sometimes the thinner, I think it's called a bullet tip, works well when you're just trying to highlight the darker areas. And they make it so easy. Just wherever you see those lines, that's where you want to put dark. Almost looks, oops, I just got the leaf. I didn't mean to do that. But we'll go over it with the green, you won't even see it. I've been doing this keto diet, and I was doing really well, and I thought, oh, I'm good. I'm home for a few days because I had the COVID. I haven't even been hungry, hardly eating anything. And I haven't lost any weight, and I was really depressed, and I'm like, why have I not lost any weight? I've hardly eaten anything the last few days. I haven't had like candy or anything sweet because I couldn't taste. And then all of a sudden it kind of hit me. I was like, man, I've been sucking on cough drops and mints and taking NyQuil, and everything that I've been putting in my mouth has sugar in it. And it didn't even cross my mind because I'm thinking, oh, it's just cough medicine. Or, medicine. But NyQuil, one swig of NyQuil has 19 grams of sugar. I was shocked. So I think that's what's going on. I don't know. But I'm kind of bummed because I've been like eating nothing the last few days. I had a protein shake. Like, that's all I had one day, a protein shake. And I'm like, why am I not losing any weight? It's frustrating. For those of you that have done diets, you know what I'm talking about. Alright, so we're going to go over the leaves with the light green. Just kind of scribble it in there. And then we're going to go back over and color it the dark. And this is the light granny apple green. I know I don't need to do these leaves because I'm going to cut these off, I'm sure. I think I'm going to just cut it off like right there. I'm not even going to worry about those. Alright, I'm going to use the bulletproof, the bullet tip. I can't even talk today. Alright, so put some more in there. Just a little bit of the dark. And over here. I'm not even trying to be like careful because you really cannot mess this stuff up. I mean, it's almost impossible to mess it up. Alright, and then one more time with the light, and we are done. I've been catching up on Hallmark Christmas movies. I think I mentioned that the other day when I was doing a video. Because I taped like, I don't know, 15 of them, and then I never had a chance to watch them because I was so busy. So, I'm watching Christmas movies all by myself since I'm quarantined. Alright, so then what I did was put it together. We've got this one. Oh, you know what? I got to sponge that. So we're going to sponge this with the blue again. And this is the Seaside Spray. Just give that some blue in there. And then we want to put this piece right here, right on this edge. So I'm going to cut it down just a little bit. Well, first I'm going to cut it out. Just this edge of it. So don't throw these away because these are really pretty to add to your cards. At first I had it in the trash, and then I'm like, oh, I just need a little tiny piece of a flower, and I took it out. I'm like, oh, I can't believe I threw all these away. Okay, so if you put it right here, you can really put it like about right there, and then cut it out. So I probably need to color just a little bit more of this leaf. Let's cut that. Okay. All right, so it's gonna fit right in there, and I'm just gonna trim it right here, right for just this minute, and tape it down. And let me see, I lost my tape. Where did it go? Oh, here's one. All right, so let's put a little bit of tape on here. And you want to use the side that's already a corner, so that way you've got it straight on the edge. So I'm going to put it over as far as I can get it without overlapping the words, and then just trim it. It's just going to go right there. So then you have that really pretty flower right there. All right. Oh, hey, Lori. Yes, I am feeling much better, thank you. I'm a little bit congested still, but I started getting my taste back, and the funny thing was, I don't know if you guys have ever had this COVID, but I lost my taste totally for like the last few days, and it started coming back last night, and I was eating some egg salad, and I took a bite of it, and it was like eating a spoonful of salt, and I was like, ugh, this is disgusting. and I kind of spit it out. I'm like, oh, that tastes so gross. And I couldn't figure out why it was tasting so bad, and I realized my taste was coming back. Oh, this ribbon too, I forgot to tell you, is, let me see, I wrote it down. The scalloped linen trim. No, yeah, scalloped linen trim. This color is going away too. This is the purple posy. So, and then I had something sweet, and it tasted like sugar. It didn't taste like what it actually was. It just tasted like sugar. But today I can actually taste almost things right. Okay, so put that right around there, and then we're going to put some dimensionals on the back. And you want to use quite a few. They're not coming off very good. And then we want to put some on here. And we're going to color this with the Wink of Stella too. And that will really make it pop. I don't know if I showed you that in the beginning. Can you guys see that Wink of Stella on there? Isn't that pretty? Sparkly. Sorry this video is so long. I probably should have done a little bit of it ahead of time, but that's okay. You guys probably don't have anything else to do but watch me today, right? I tell you that losing your taste is bizarre. It is the weirdest thing I've ever experienced, because you just put something in your mouth and it like tastes like nothing. It just tastes like you're eating air. It's so crazy. All right, so that's on with dimensionals. Then we're gonna put this one on top. Oops, it didn't even come off. All right, so then you decide, okay, which way do you want this to go? And I think I want it to go just like that. And then I'm going to color it with the Wink of Stella, which hopefully I brought with me. Yep, I did. All right, so we've got our Wink of Stella. And we're just going to go in here and put a little bit all around the middle. Wherever you want. I always like to go around the middle part when it's a flower like that. You can do the whole entire thing. You can do the leaves. You can do whatever you want because it's your card. Don't forget this one down here. And I've got a really cool card I'm going to show you tomorrow that I did. And it's using the hydrangea paper. And that is my card kit for the month. This month is going to be the hydrangea set. So I will put more information about that probably tomorrow. You can do the leaves if you want to. I think I'm just going to leave those without it though. Oh, you know what I forgot is the pearls. We've got our colored pearls. I'm going to grab a couple of these. And I love these. These are the pearls that come with the hydrangea set. And they come in, let's see, this is I think Purple Posy and Gorgeous Grape, I think. This is kind of a bluish color. It looks white, but it's bluish. And then this, I want to say that's Blushing Bride. I don't know. I have to go look it up. I'm going to put a couple of these on here because I think they're just beautiful. All right, so now it is done. So what do you think? So we've got these two together, or you could do this one. This is actually the matching one. So what do you think? Hey, Kathy. Oh, you had COVID too. Oh, no. Ugh. I know. You had it in November and you still can't taste. Wow. Now mine only lasted a few days, thank goodness. All right, so if you love this, give me a thumbs up or a smiley face or a heart or whatever you want. And leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. If you're on YouTube, please leave a comment too and let me know. You know what? I should put some Wink Costello on this one. I didn't even think about that. Let's do that. And also make sure you subscribe and like, share, all that good stuff. Let me make this one sparkly. You can never have enough sparkle in your life. I love Wink Costello. I just think it's so pretty. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Can you guys see that on sparkles? I love it. Love it, love it. They need to bring the Dazzling Diamonds glitter back too. Everybody needs to write to Stampin' Up! And say bring back the glitter. All right, so thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this. And you guys have an awesome rest of your day. And I will catch you tomorrow with another live video. I've already got it made, so I know I'm going to be able to do it tomorrow. And hopefully it won't take me so long to get ready. So make sure you stop by my website, stampingwithlisa.com, if you want to order anything. I would love to have you as a customer, and I will always send you a thank you card and a gift. And you guys have a great rest of your day. See you later.